What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. I know it's been a little bit slow in terms of video content here on the channel for the past couple of weeks. We've done some live streams, but there hasn't been a lot of actual pre-made videos that have come out. And that's just because I've been doing a lot of work prepping for content season 1 on the channel, prepping for the Dragonflight expansion, and just getting things ready for all the stuff we're going to be doing as a channel community when Dragonflight goes live. So in this video, I wanted to talk to you about content season 1 and what you can expect in the season, and also more specifically, I want to talk to you about what you can expect for the rest of November in terms of both videos and live streams. That way, if you want to, you guys can plan out your schedules, maybe try to sync up for some of the live streams or things like that. So we're going to jump into it here, and hopefully I'll be doing this every month, at least giving you a little look at the month ahead as we get started. But for this particular video, we're going to have some extra in here just talking about content season 1. For those of you who don't know what it is, or those of you who know what it is and you'd like the details now that we're kind of done with it. So we're going to switch on over here, and I've got a little presentation for you guys. At a couple points, my camera is going to be blocking the text, and I'll go ahead and just hide the camera. That way you guys can read it. But let's get started and talk about content season 1. So if you don't know what a content season is here on the channel, it's an idea that I had that I pitched to the viewers here on the channel about trying to help fund the creation of content here on the channel. I don't monetize or anything like that, so I don't really have a good revenue stream to cover the cost of the programs and subscriptions that I use in order to actually make content here for you guys on the channel. Now, fortunately, I've rolled a lot of that stuff back, but you know, I still got Canva, which I use for thumbnails. I've got Morning Fame, which I use for keyword research and things like that that I pay for in order to make content here on the channel. And so my pitch was hey guys, I'm not trying to take, you know, your money and put a bunch of ads on here and do Patreon and all this stuff. But if we could fund a content season here on the channel where basically my bills for creating content were covered and I didn't have to worry about them, and then the only thing I had to worry about was putting my energy and effort into creating the content, that would be pretty awesome. What do you guys think? And the response to that was overall pretty positive. So I started a little fundraising campaign, and we actually managed to fund it. So I want to talk to you about what is going into content season 1 and just some of the details. So content season 1 is going to be running from November this month all the way up until April of next month. It's a 6-month season. Okay, and so during that 6-month season, we're going to have a set amount of guaranteed content that'll come out, and there'll probably be extra content on top of that. So first off, thank you to everyone who made content season 1 possible. You're creating a brand new future for the channel. I guarantee it. This is something that's really awesome that I'm really excited about. We're going to get into it, but we managed to fund more than a content season's worth of subscriptions for some things, which is absolutely awesome. So this is just really exciting. It's going to let me not worry about the financials and just focus on creating content for you guys. So some of those people who contributed to season 1 are Cass, Murphy, David, Tor, Sunny, Melissa, Brian, Mark, and Josh. So thank you to each and every one of you for supporting the channel and helping to make this season happen, because you are the guys that are keeping me making content for sure, especially when the times get rough or the ideas run dry. You guys will be the ones that have kind of providing me with the extra motivation to really dig deep and try to make some good videos, some good content for you all. All right, so content season 1, I wanted to break down the funding here. So our goal was to raise $300. We raised $372. And after the platform fees and the card transaction fees and stuff like that were taken out, we ended up with $340 raised. That's usable money here on the channel. So we made $40 more than our goal. And so the next thing I want to do is tell you where those funds are going or where they went. So this stuff is already taken care of. I've already spent the money in these places. So we have 12 months of World of Warcraft subscription taken care of. The goal was 6, and we managed to do 12. Blizzard just came out with that 12-month subscription deal, and so I snatched that up pretty quickly. We've got 12 months of Canva subscription, which is what I use for thumbnails. It's what I use for this presentation. 12 months of Clipping Magic subscription, which is another program that I use for clipping images and creating thumbnails and graphics and things like that. And then we have 12 months of Morning Fame subscription, which is a program I use for keyword research to help me get my videos ranked so that people can actually see them and they come up in search results on YouTube. So we really just took care of like a year's worth of subscriptions with this 6-month content season. So that's going to free us up to potentially do some more interesting things when it comes to content season 2. So super exciting stuff. This is where the money went. And yeah, we had like just the right amount. All right, so what type of content can you expect in a season? So here's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get 12 leveling guide videos. These videos are replacements for the videos that I created for Battle for Azeroth. So the initial guides that I created on this channel, the open world content and leveling guides, or whatever the long, super crazy title I gave to those videos was, those videos are now going to all get replaced with new videos based on the new talent trees and setting everyone up to be able to play the specialization that they want to play in Dragonflight. So that's what these 12 leveling guide videos are. Now, 6 of these videos are picked out by myself. They're my choice, and 6 of them are being picked out by some of the big contributors to the Content Season 1 campaign. So we're going to get a little bit of a mix there. Next, Weekgara's rotation helpers. So I'm committed to making these for the leveling builds that are created for the leveling guide videos in every case that I can. There may be an odd case where it doesn't really work. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to work in Windwalker Monk with the whole like combo strikes thing, but you know, in any case where it makes sense to make one of these, I'm dedicated to making one of these to go along with the video. Also, to go along with those leveling guides, I'm going to do a build breakdown every 10 levels. So what this is going to do, it's going to start at level 20, and it'll give you a talent build for level 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70, broken down for each one of these leveling guide videos that are getting created. In addition to that, I'm going to have 6 add-on tutorial videos, so this will be 1 per month. And this won't be a showcase or something, it'll actually be diving into the add-on, showing you how to use it and the different things that you can do with it. And then finally, the one behind my camera here is going to be live streams and in-game guild events. So we'll talk about these a little bit more in detail as we continue on. So this is the content that you guys can expect for this season. So over the next 6 months, you're going to get 12 leveling guide videos with Weekgara's rotation helpers, build breakdowns for every 10 levels. You're going to get 6 add-on tutorial videos, and then we're going to continue live streams and also do in-game guild events. So, Content Season 1, Seasonal Focus. So this is something we didn't talk about prior to actually funding the season. It's something I came up with, something I really like the idea of, which is each season, each content season here on the channel will have some kind of focus, some kind of thing that we are primarily trying to accomplish. Now, for the first one, since this is kicking us off at the launch of the Dragonflight expansion, our seasonal focus is going to be on our guild and community coming together through events and regular play windows to help each other level up and learn in Dragonflight. So we do have channel guilds on the Proudmoore server. You'll see more about that later on. But if you're not on the Proudmoore server, you can't be part of the guild, it doesn't really matter. We're still going to have play windows where we're going to be helping each other out, even if we're playing cross server or something like that. So that's going to be the focus, is just let's help each other level up. Let's get our alts level up. Let's learn about Dragonflight together and, you know, how we can help each other and how the systems work. So that's really, our focus is just Dragonflight, right? It's just going to be enjoy the new expansion, but emphasize the opportunities to play together, okay? So, seasonal focus activities and goals. So these are the things that we're going to do to make this seasonal focus actually happen. So this is a nice idea, but how are we actually going to do it? We're going to do it through these things here. So the first one is we're going to focus on the world of Warcraft, okay? The world. From leveling up together, helping each other with the major factions, which are a big in-game feature of Dragonflight, doing world quests together at max level to farm those up and get gear and rep and all that stuff. Our focus is going to be on the content that's out in the open world, okay? That's the emphasis there. Not necessarily like because we're all solo players, but just because that's where we want to be. We want to explore those zones. We want to have fun doing that kind of content. One of the things we'll do as well is collectible item runs. So we're going to schedule gatherings where we're going to farm older content as a group and help each other with a collection of mounts, transmogs, toys, and achievements, all that kind of good collectible stuff. We've been kind of practicing and beta testing some ideas here. We got some really cool, interesting ideas, I think, for how we're going to go about this to make sure that every piece that drops is valuable for somebody. And I think this is really going to be exciting for us to get this together, so I'm really looking forward to it. And then also here, this last goal here is cooperation. So our goal is to help each other out, okay? That's the kind of community I want to build here on the channel. That's the kind of attitude I want to foster, is that we're here to help each other out. We understand that everybody's learning, you know, people have different versions of fun and different things that they want to do, but throughout all of that, we just want to help each other out. So we'll be working together to help each other level up our professions, level up our alts and deck them out. And we might even get into some instance content like dungeons, or maybe even an attempt at like a normal raid. So that's the seasonal focus activities and goals. So how do you connect with our community in Dragonflight? Well, obviously you can connect here through YouTube, show up to the live streams and get involved in chat, leave comments on videos, jump into the community tab on the channel where I often post news or polls or things like that and get involved in the conversation. But if you want to really get involved with our community in the actual game, then you can come and you can join our guild. So we actually have a guild, both Horde and Alliance. They're both on the Proudmoore server in the NA region, US region. So the Tsetzuko Horde is the name of the guild. It's the main guild we're going to be using for Dragonflight, and the one where most instance content progression will happen. So I'm going to start out definitely leveling Horde characters in Dragonflight. So that is where the action is going to be for the beginning of the expansion. But I have a pretty even split of characters that are on the Alliance side. Tsetsuko Alliance is the secondary guild for Dragonflight. It's going to see equal levels of play for non-instance content progression. So I really want to make this clear. When I say instance content progression or non-instance content progression, instance content progression to me means Mythic Plus and current expansion rating. Okay, so those two items, if we do them, will be done on Tsetsuko Horde. It'll be on the Horde side guild. Everything else, even if it's instanced, like the going back to old content for transmog runs, helping each other out with professions, helping each other out with the world factions, where some of that stuff will be instanced. All that kind of stuff, we're going to do equally amongst both factions. We're going to start out on doing it on the Horde, but we will gradually bring the Alliance level up until we're split, pretty 50-50 amongst Horde and Alliance. So you can join on either faction you want, or if you want to start out with us on Horde and then bring in an Alliance alt when we switch over to Alliance, you definitely can do that. So basically, if you want to out the gate play with us for Dragonflight, go Horde. But if you're just anti-Horde and you want to be Alliance, we're going to play Alliance eventually. And if you are seriously considering possibly being part of like a Mythic Plus team or trying to do the normal raid with us, then you're going to want to be Horde side, because that is where we're going to focus on that type of content if we do it, if we get to it. The other place that you can connect with the community is on the Discord. The Discord is Tsetsuko Gaming. There's a link in the description below. The Discord channel is a great place just to come and hang out. We're there pretty often, almost every evening, and definitely on the weekends. And this is where we're going to coordinate things between both guilds. So it may look like we're not online if you're looking at the guild roster for one guild or the other, but Discord is really going to be the place where you're going to be able to see who's online, who's actually playing. So if you want to join one of the guilds, all you have to do is hop onto the Proudmoore server, get into the guild finder, search for Tsetzuko, and Tsetzuko Horde or Tsetzuko Alliance should pop up. Put in a request. I'm checking these requests almost daily right now, so you should get a pretty quick response within 24 to 48 hours, sending you an invite to the guild, and then you're good to join. So there's no limit. You can bring as many alts as you want. There's no real requirements. Just don't be a douchebag, and other than that, like, you're good. So to finish up this video, I want to tell you what's coming up next in November. So let's talk about the upcoming videos. So these are the videos that I have planned for the rest of November. There's this one, obviously, but then there's my Dragonflight UI. So this is going to be covering my UI setup with add-ons for Dragonflight, but I'm also going to include an updated import code for the baseline UI that's used through Blizzard's builder. Okay, so I've got some adjustments and things to make to that. They've also worked out some bugs that were causing problems. So what I want to do is recreate it with a fresh code that kind of works with some of those fixes they've put in. Next, add-ons for Dragonflight. So I want to showcase the add-ons that I'll be using at the start of the expansion. So this goes beyond the stuff that's involved in the UI to all the extra stuff that I'm using that you don't see on the screen. So we'll go through, talk about those, talk about what I'm using and some of the reasons why I don't have certain add-ons installed, which is mainly because you don't need them at the start of the expansion necessarily, but we'll dive into the add-ons for Dragonflight and talk about those. Then we have the Prot Warrior video. So the Prot Warrior leveling build video is going to be coming out in November. This is the first of the BFA replacement videos that I talked about that are going to cover a starter build that's good for leveling, solo play, world quest, and non-instanced group content. I actually already recorded this video, but I'm going to re-record it with a couple of tweaks and changes based on some feedback I got. And this one will be the first one that'll come out. You guys will get to check it out and see what you have to look forward to in the future. Along with that Prot Warrior video, there will also probably be, I may or may not incorporate the weak auras rotation into that, as well as the 10 level talent breakdown. But all that stuff is coming in November, all three of those, okay? So the Prot Warrior video, the weak auras rotation helper for that build, and then also the 10 level talent breakdown. And then finally, the last video I have planned for November, hopefully before the expansion goes live, is I'm going to re-rank the specializations based on playing them on live with the builds that I've created, and just kind of once again go through and let you guys know what I'm looking at as my mains and what I'm like looking at as like, I'm not going to be leveling this for a long time. So we're going to do that video again, but this time with a lot more playtesting and live pre-patch experience. And then finally, for live streams, coming up on November 15th, we're going to have Evoker character creation and starting zone playthrough. So the Evokers are going to launch on the 15th. I'm going to be on playing those unless for some reason the servers are down. If that's the case, then we'll move that date to another day that week. November 22nd, these are all Tuesdays, by the way. We'll do gearing up in elemental invasions, and we're going to combine that stream with an opportunity for you guys to ask me anything you want, and I will be helping you with your builds or add-on assistance if you need it. So this is the stream for you to bring questions that you have. Like it could just be general questions about me, the channel, that kind of stuff. Or if you have a build you want help with, or you're trying to figure out an add-on, this will definitely be the stream to bring those to. And then finally on November 29th, this will be the first Dragonflight stream. So Dragonflight comes out the day prior, I believe. And we'll start the leveling process with the character that I'm going to level first. And I'll be giving some initial impressions from the full expansion. I haven't really touched on the story. I haven't been reading the quest. I've barely gone anywhere. I've been keeping a lot of Dragonflight just out of sight, out of mind, because I want to experience for the first time when I actually play through and when I'm doing live streams and stuff like that. So that stream will be coming as well, and it should be nice. I'm sure you guys will be playing too, but if you want to play and have me on the side, then we can definitely do that. And then December, we're moving on to December at that point. So we'll get into talking about December next month. So that's what I have for you guys in this video. I hope you are as excited about content seasons here on the channel as I am. I'm really pumped for this. I'm really pumped for the content that's coming up. I've been taking kind of like just a rest because I know it's going to be a lot of work, but thanks to you guys, luckily, it's just the work that I have to put in now. I'm very, very grateful. So I just want to say thank you to everyone. I'm already looking forward to season 2, which is awesome. I'm happy to be excited about that, excited about season 2. I'm really excited about Dragonflight. I'm excited about the people that I've been playing with in Discord and in the guild, and hopefully the people that will join us here in the future. So thanks for watching the video. Thanks for staying in tune with what's going on the channel. Thanks for watching an informative video like this that doesn't necessarily tell you anything about World of Warcraft, but tells you about what's going on with me and the channel. I really do appreciate those of you who watch these videos because I know not many people do. So thank you. And hopefully I will see you soon in game or on the Discord. And if not, I'll see you on the next live stream or video. Thanks. Hey, stop recording.